What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Today we're gonna speak on lightly touch on Mr. Criminal and the allegedly new developments. There was a song that came. I'm thinking, you guys know this. I think before I speak, and this is a very serious topic, very serious subject, very serious allegations. So, not too long ago, not too many hours ago, a song came out by Mr. Diablo, the rapper Mr. Diablo, that's doing a life sentence. And if you go back to my video that I did the other day, maybe I'll post it over here. I'll put it up here and you guys can go back. And it's in the 5-minute mark. If you go to that video, it starts around 5 minutes, 18 seconds, somewhere around there. You'll hear me say that there were some whispers. There were some things that went on regarding Mr. Criminal, and that, it's none of my business. It wasn't for me to speak on. It was for those involved to know and do with it what they want, right? Well, yesterday, I get a phone call from somebody, and they're like, "Hey, you got a minute?" And I was like, I'm out, having a meal, but what's going on? You good? Everything okay? And then we're like, well, I heard something about this dude. And, this is somebody that I rap to. So I was like, does it have to do with Diablo? And he said, yeah. And I said, several months back, I was told, sit back and watch the show. This is what time it is with Mr. Criminal. And that's what I did. It wasn't for me to go around talking to people about it. It was just, hey, this is what's up with them, and it was more along the lines of, this is what this person did, and trip out on the arrogance that he moves with on his podcast. I remember when and not to bring old stuff up, but I remember when he made a comment regarding LA Icon's wife, and LA Icon was on the phone with him, I think it was, and he was talking, and Mr. Criminal had at one point, he had the audacity to say, basically take it how you want to, not realizing that was his wife, right? And then when he did, but it was just like, the way he talks is, that the way Mr. Criminal talks on camera, that's not his normal verbiage. The whole LL Cool J licking the lips every 2 seconds. There was a lot of things knowing, damn, you really did that to somebody you were cool with. And the arrogance that you're conducting yourself with. I saw something that Mr. Criminal said, and he said that he was thinking about changing his name. And I think he said he wanted to change it to Father Crimes because he has so many kids in the game. Man, stuff doesn't age well. When certain things that people are going to say and certain things that they're going to do is they don't age well. Look, I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here. Look, you could listen to Diablo song and then draw your own conclusions. I'm not trying to shit on anybody. But the arrogance, I can't get over the arrogance. It's a good thing that he's changing the label name. It's not going to be Crime Family anymore. For a long time, people were like, why is he criminal? He's never done time. He's a rapper. So I think it is important that if you're going to really change your life, and that's the thing. When people were saying he didn't say he was going Christian. My whole thing is, if he is going to go Christian, let it be because that's what's in your heart, not because you knew this was going to come out. And that's the thing. Like, if you knew it was going to come out, it's a cold game, man. When I had the conversation with this person yesterday, I told him I met dudes. I met quite a few dudes in the joint, right? That told me that one of their homeboys gave them up, right? And one thing that always tripped me out is a lot of these dudes were like, this vato was the one putting in like the most work in the neighborhood. And that's when you got to ask yourself, like, damn, this vato's, this vato caught a couple bodies and he's still out here. There's a reason for that. The cops sometimes are going to let somebody stay out there that's basically becoming a serial killer so they can catch everybody else in the neighborhood because he's going to work for them. I always try to have a message in my videos. And I'll tell you this, I got told on by my homeboys. Just about everybody I met in the joint got told on by their homeboys. It's an unfortunate thing. So you might be better off. Look at even rappers, dudes that were in the streets doing their thing, trying to make some money in the rap game, and somebody gives them up. Because, a lot of these dudes are really studio gangsters, studio criminals. I mean, criminals, not that guy, just criminals. Like they're not living that lifestyle. They're telling their homeboys stories in their music. But then somewhere along the line, they get reality confused with their fantasy. And then they forget that the dudes are talking about are real shooters. And then they find themselves in situations where law enforcement is smarter than them, more criminally sophisticated. Imagine that. Imagine portraying an image as though you are a straight up street dude and a cop is more criminally advanced than you. Fuck, where's that thing at? Damn. It's an unfortunate thing, again, I'm not trying to shit on anybody. This came out. It's to me, it's just another eye opener for people. Hopefully it's an eye opener for people that are caught up, still in the streets. Kids that right now are in the streets. You're new to it. You don't know what's at stake. You don't know what's ahead for you. You're going through some stuff and you think the streets are where it's at. You're going to find the answers. You ain't going to find the answers in the streets. You're going to find a lot of hard times, a lot of time, death, dope. If you're lucky, you can find something else to do with your life right now before it gets too late, before you find yourself in a situation where somebody that you were willing to kill for ain't willing to do no time for you. It happened to me. It was crazy in my case, the way these dudes rolled over. And it wasn't surprising because All the dudes that got busted with me on my case, not one of them. No, I take that back. Yeah, I did. I did know one of them before YA. And then I get out and they're running around and they're from my neighborhood, same clique and everything. And, you know, it was one of those situations. I caught a murder at a baptism, you know, the after party of a baptism. Nothing was supposed to happen there. But that's the thing when you're living that life. And if you're really with it, it doesn't matter where it is. It can go down. And I caught myself doing, you know, shooting somebody in front of people that if I had planned on doing something that night, I wouldn't have been with any of them cats. Not one of them. My crime is not one of them. But the one that turned himself in to give me up, he had been putting in work. Like, he was the one out of all of them. I was like, I ain't worried about him. He's the one that turned himself in and gave me up. Came into the room with a detective and told me, man, you didn't have to kill him. What? So I didn't want to just make this about the allegations against Mr. Criminal. I wanted to make this about, this is the shit that happens when you're criming it. You know, that's why, like, you know, back in the days, people would go stab somebody or shoot somebody. The smart ones wouldn't brag about it. They'll go do something, then show up at the neighborhood party or whatever. And homies be like, somebody come, like, hey, Holmes, you hear what happened? And the dude that did it be like, nah, what happened, eh? Oh, somebody got shot. Serio? Where at? Nowadays, they post everything on social media. IG, pull the guns out. Next day, the cops fucking going, that gun has 3 bodies on it. That kid that showed the gun, he ain't doing 3 bodies worth of time. He don't have enough life left. He don't have enough life in him to do 3 bodies worth. So what does he do? He gives up enough people to do them 3 bodies. Anyways, man, just something to think about. I wonder why this song came out now, though. Like, the shit is hitting the fan for that guy. I wonder if he's going to put out a video today. What does he say? It's none of my business. You know, like I said, I was made aware of this months ago. And I was told, sit back and watch the show. It's a cold game, man. It really is. Hopefully, somebody out there gets the message and says, damn, I don't even want to be a part of this shit if that's what I got to look forward to. And you do. Like I said, if you're in that world, man, you're in the streets. I'm talking to the youngsters especially. What's waiting for you is something like that. Death. Prison. Drugs. None of that's very funny at all. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, man. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.